Hey guys, Ajax22 here. Had the old single action army soaking in some penetrating oil. This is the P blaster, 2 cans of it stuck in. Probably actually need to get a couple more. It's not quite covering the gun, but this thing is amazingly clean. I don't know if you can tell where it's coming out, but there is almost no dirt in this oil. Just for a very brief contrast, at the same time I put this in, I also put the 44 Merwin Hulbert into some oil, and it's been washed and electrolyzed and scrubbed, and that still came off it. And same amount of time that it's been soaking. And here the 41 Colt, this thing has just been soaking since I put it in, and it's an amazing amount of quantity, no mechanical agitation. So for this thing to have as little dirt as it does on it is just amazing. No dirt, no rust. I mean, some of the stuff I thought was corrosion marks, when you run your finger across it, there's not a lot of texture difference. I actually think that it's case hardening. You can sort of make it out. The discoloration, part of it's rust, ever so slightly, but it's wipe it off with your finger rust. It's not really significant rust. I mean, nothing's coming off. I'm going to scrub it with a light toothbrush, but I don't think there's much to it. I'm going to have to disassemble it at some point here. But just with the soak in the oil, still a little bit that you can feel the hands not quite releasing, but it's way better than it was. It's not quite, but just a little bit more and it clicks back. I mean, a lot of spring pressure too. This is an amazing gun. It's an amazing shape. I have a Uberti black powder single action army. The one that's not a gun because it takes percussion caps, but it's got the single action army frame. I think I'm going to try robbing some grips off that to see if they match up, because those should be standard Colt single action army pattern. And I can see if I can use, some inexpensive repro grips to fit on this gun. Maybe, I don't even know if they need to be antiqued all that much. I mean, this gun is in really good shape. I don't know if you can tell, but this is bordering on not even having a lot of patina to it on some parts. The frame, the discoloration, some of that appears to be case hardening. I'm almost a little bit let down. Yeah, here's the little bit of rust that's in there. Actually, that's on the bottom. That's not even from the gun. There's no. That's from that's from the rust that the tray has been sitting on, not from the gun. It's just amazing. Hammer's so tight. That little hand, just a little bit out of time. But the cylinders are locking up. It's got a little more play in it than I think it probably should. And that little hand isn't really locking it in. Don't actually know how that's addressed on these guns. How you go about tightening that up. There's not a lot of end shake. A little bit. Yeah, I really don't know all that much about smithing on these. Gonna have to learn. Anyway, amazing shape. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it'd be stupid, but we could probably go stick some wax loads in this thing and shoot them in the garage if it were legal to do so where I live. But it's not. Yeah. I mean, it's a gun. You know, it's missing the little housing, it's missing the grips, yeah. But, you know, if I could figure out how to do the timing adjustment on this, or maybe take it to somebody who specializes in these kind of things, I'd rather learn how to do it myself. But I wouldn't mind having somebody show me how to do it who actually knew what the hell they were doing, so I didn't screw it up. I don't think I'm going to do anything to the exterior on this gun. I think I'm only going to clean up the interior surfaces, grease some things, time some things, see if I can find a main or a ejector housing for this thing that I can antique to match. I think I could do, you know, a very mild browning in a very, very, very light acid solution, or might have to do some handwork on it first. But I think I can duplicate the finish, at least so it won't detract. It's going to be tough, but yeah, no, I'm excited. It's a gun. Excited and a little let down that there's not more work to do. But, you know, I got other guns that need tons of work. So maybe we'll just get this thing timed, get some grips on it, scrounge up that housing, and, you know, shoot her. Probably with wax loads at first. I'm hearing a lot of super sketchy reports on the metallurgy on these guns. So that's a worry. Anyway, this is a pretty long video at this point, so I'm just gonna say goodbye and you know, let you guys take a look when I start disassembling it. All right, peace.